Hey, Dr. Ben Goertzel, how are you? I'm Andrew Miller in Ontario, Canada, just north of Toronto, about 3 hours. Listened to your podcast with Joe and was really inspired, and I've been following a bit of your work and the whole scene for the past few years, and I was really inspired to ask you a question for maybe a project that I would love to be a part of or see happen. Is it possible to start an open collaborative organization to unify groups? So, sort of an online, decentralized, open source United Nations aimed to solve humanity's greatest challenges. Um, Perhaps this could be a new decentralized wing of Singularity University or another institution, but um, mainly seeing all the different groups, NGOs, even the Buckminster Fuller Institute and the Venus Project and like the Zeitgeist Movement and other sort of resource-based economy ideas, but um, all the other companies working towards different parts of this future. Is there a way to create this decentralized agreement that'll bind all these groups and unify them, but not that we can plan out the incentivized sort of gain of their companies. So separate from politics, not for personal gain, not for corporate gain, just for humanity's gain. So that would be part of maybe a new constitution or some kind of agreement of participation in this group that it's just for giving. It's not to benefit the groups or corporations or funding of different groups. And of course, all the findings, unlike the United Nations, all the findings could be open source and there for all of humanity to be a part of and to contribute to. I could definitely want to run the Urban Agricultural Research Center that also doubles in future housing development. And you can see here I'm in the middle of our little off-grid palace that we've been working on the past few years, and I've got a good background in traditional organic farming and carpentry, and always been fascinated with technology and following the trends that are happening. And just I also have a background in running a social enterprise called Back to Basics Social Developments that worked with youth and did a community garden project and started a social enterprise cafe recording studio in Barrie, Ontario called Unity Market. And we've grew and gave away more than 36,000 pounds of organic vegetables grown with volunteers and youth mainly through different programs. Our not-for-profit ended up being funded by the county and city, and then the political climate changed and our funding ended, and it crashed and burned. So we're regrouping and taking what we've learned and the inspiration I'm gaining from all these new ideas floating around. Would love to connect with you. I'll do a bit more of my video bio of me, but I'd love to get in touch with you and see if this is something that is either happening or to be a part of. I know the Bit Nation has some elements of this. I was an early funder with them, trying their Pangea app, and wondering on a deeper level too, my contribution. Wanting to share some leadership and be in front of the camera more, and actually physically build a community and video and share it, and actually show a business being started on the blockchain, and which is our fertilizer, our organic fertilizer that we've developed for vegetables, growing the most nutritious vegetables. That would be sort of a social enterprise to help fund building this retreat center, research center on the farm out here. And we're underway and we're happening. And I'm starting to video and share some more content and wanting to look at different funding options for grants and sponsorship and partnerships. So looking at all these options, and I'll outline a little bit more in my background and look forward to expanding some of these ideas and hope to connect with you and build real soon. Thank you. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.